Hello students, today we are discussing about the antihypertensive agents topic. So in last class we have discussed the introduction means what is the hypertension and what are the types of the hypertension and what are the ideal characters should be present for the antihypertensive drugs and what is the classification. So in the last class we have discussed these topics like introduction, types of hypertension, ideal characters for the drug, so and classification. So today we are going to discuss about what is the mechanism of action of the drug, structural activity relationship, structure, synthesis, adverse drug reactions and uses. So let's discuss about what is the ACE inhibitors. So in this ACE inhibitors, what it will do means it will block the conversion of the angiotensin 1 to angiotensin 2. So it will block the action of the angiotensin 2 either by inhibiting its synthesis means it will inhibit the conversion of angiotensin 1 to angiotensin 2 or by inhibiting its action at the receptor site. So it will inhibit the either synthesis of the angiotensin 2 or inhibit the action at the site of the receptors. See here mechanism of action of ACE means angiotensin converting agents. So conversion of the angiotensin 1 to angiotensin 2, which is a potent vasoconstrictor. So angiotensin 2 stimulate the synthesis of the aldosterone, which causes the increase in the reabsorption of the sodium and the water. So if the reabsorption of the sodium and the water will occur means the heart rate increases and also the blood pressure will also increases. So here what will happen means the angiotensin 1 is converted into the angiotensin 2 in presence of the ACE enzyme, that is angiotensin converting enzyme will convert the angiotensin 1 to angiotensin 2. So what it will do, it will synthesize the aldosterone in the body. So it increases the reabsorption of the sodium. So if the reabsorption of the sodium will be occurs means what will happen? The heart rate increases, automatically the blood pressure will also raise. So in order to reduce or control the blood pressure, so we have to use the ACE inhibitors in order to control the blood pressure. So next SAR. See here in the SAR of the ACE, the presence of the carboxylic acid on, see here the carboxylic acid is present on N ring is essential for the compound. So the presence of the carboxylic acid is important for the compound, and also the presence of the nitrogen group. See here presence of the nitrogen group containing the heterocyclic ring. So the nitrogen group is also important for the activity, and the zinc groups are also essential for the activity. See here the zinc binding groups are essential for stabilizing. So that may be either sulfhydryl. If here the sulfhydryl group is there means it is the captopril drug. If it is a carboxylate is means it is a lisinopril drug, or if it is a phosphate means fosinopril drug. Next, presence of the sulfhydryl group. If in the zinc position the sulfhydryl group is there means the duration of the action is shorter for this drug. Example, captopril means if the presence of the sulfhydryl is there means the duration of the action for this drug is shorter. Next, presence of the carboxylate or phosphonate groups facilitates the esterification process. So it will facilitate the esterification process, produces the oral active prodrugs. And in see here in R1 position, the methyl group should be there. So if in the R1 position the butyl amine in dicarboxylate containing compound it is there, means it will, what it will do means the compound is oral, the compound is orally active and eliminated the need it to be a prodrug, that is lisinopril. So and the ACE inhibitor should be in the stereochemistry form so that the activity of the drug will be increases. See here in SAR, presence of the carboxylic acid is important at the only N ring, and also the nitrogen ring with heterocyclic rings should be there. And this ring, sorry, Zn binding groups are also essential. If here the sulfhydryl group is there, means it is the captopril, but the duration of the action is very short. And if it is a carboxylate is there, means it is the lisinopril, but it is the oral active prodrug. And if it is the phosphate group is there, means it is a fosinopril. So if this total drug is in the stereochemistry form, means the activity of the drug will be increases. See here in the R1 position, the methyl group should be present. So in ACE inhibitors, first drug is captopril. So this is the structure of the captopril. IUPAC name is 1, 2 methyl, 3 sulfonyl propanoyl pyrrolidine, 2 carboxylic acid. See here in the structure, this is the structure of the pyrrolidine. So 5-membered ring, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-membered ring with nitrogen, so it is pyrrolidine. In second position, carboxylic acid is there, and in the first position, 1, 2, 3. 3 carbon atoms are there, so it is propyl. So for this propyl, in the second position, methyl is there, and in third position, the sulfonyl group is there. So see here, this is the pyrrolidine. First position, propyl groups are there. Propyl in the second position, methyl, 2 methyl, 3 sulfonyl, and 2 carboxylic acid. So this is the structure and IUPAC name of the captopril. Next properties, it is a white or almost white crystalline in powder, and it is soluble in dilute sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide, water, methanol and methyl chloride. Next, pharmacokinetics. It is the oral route of administration. So this drug should be taken before meals. So if the drug is taken with the food, means the absorption of the drug will be decreases. So this drug should be taken before the meals for the better absorption, and the onset of action is lesser when we compare to the other ACE drugs like enalapril, lisinopril, and it is metabolized in the liver and excreted in the urine. So it is the oral route of administration. This drug should be taken before the meals. So for the better absorption of the food. If the food, if the drug is taken with the food, means the absorption will be delays, and the duration of the action is less when we compare with the other ACE inhibitors like enalapril, lisinopril, and it is metabolized in the liver and excreted in urine. Next, adverse drug reactions are dry cough, dizziness, shortness of the breath, skin rashes, change in the food, way of the food taste, headache, nausea, bowel upset, fetal toxicity, neutropenia means neutrophil count will be decreases, swelling of the lips, tongue, acute renal failure, weight gain, the hypotension seen in the congestive heart failure patients, and also the patients those who are taking the diuretics. Next uses, it is used in the treatment of the hypertension, congestive heart failure, and left ventricular dysfunction. And also it is used in the treatment of the myocardial infarction, diabetic and non-diabetic nephropathy, and also it is used to treat the kidney disease in people with diabetics, means the person, those who are suffering with the kidney diseases and also with diabetic problems. And dose 25 to 50 mg oral per day we have to take. Next, Endrapril. This is the structure, and IUPAC name is 1, 2, 1 ethoxy, 1 oxo, 4 phenyl, butane, amino, propanol, pyrrolidine, 2 carboxylic acid. See here in the structure, this is the pyrrolidine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-membered ring with nitrogen, and in the second position carboxylic acid, and in first position see here 1, 2, 3. 3 carbon atoms are, that is propanol, and here in the second carbon atom of the propanol is attached to the amino, and this amino is attached to the 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbon atoms means butyl. So for this butyl in the first position, the ethoxy, see here 1 ethoxy and 1 oxo is there, and in here in the fourth position the phenyl group is attached. See here 1, 2, 1 ethoxy, 1 oxo, here 4 phenyl, butane, amino, and this is a propanol, pyrrolidine to carboxylate. So next properties are, it is a white or off-white crystalline powder, and it is soluble in water, alcohol, methanol, and insoluble in methylene chloride, freely soluble in DMF. Next, pharmacokinetics, it is the oral route of administration, and it is metabolized in the liver, and it is excreted through the urine. See here, it is the oral route of administration, and it is metabolized in the liver. As it is a prodrug, so it is metabolically transferred into the enarala, sorry, enala. So it is transferred into the enalaprelate. So enalaprelate, and it is eliminated through the urine. So it is an oral route of administration, and it is metabolized in the liver, and it is excreted through urine. And adverse drug reactions are dizziness, headache, feeling of the weakness, skin rashes, and nausea, cough, blurred vision is not able to see properly, disturbance in the taste, hypertension, and bronchospasm is which affect the lungs. Next uses, it is used to treat the high blood pressure, means it is used to reduce the blood pressure and heart failures, and also the left ventricular dysfunction, and also it is used in the combination form. So this drug should be taken in the combination with another drug, and dose 5 to 20 mg orally per day. Next drug is lisinopril. See here, this is the structure of the lisinopril, and IUPAC name is 6 amino, 2, 1 carboxy, 3 phenyl propyl amino, hexanoil, pyrrolidine, 2 carboxylate. See here, this is the structure of the pyrrolidine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5-member ring is there, so it is a pyrrolidine. In second position, the carboxylic group is there, and here in the first position, 1, 4 carbon atoms, 5, 6. So 6 means hexane. So in the sixth position, the amine group is attached. So this is the hexanoil, and this is the amino, and here the carbon atom, second position of the carbon atom is attached here amino group, and this amino group is attached to the 1, 2, 3. 3 carbon atoms means the propane. So in the third position of the carbon atom, the phenyl structure is there. And here in the first position, what carboxy group is there. See here, in the sixth position, see 1, 2, here 4. So 4, 5, 6. So here in sixth position, 6 amino, here 2 and 1 carboxy, 3 phenyl, 1, 2, 3 carbon atoms means propyl, and here amino, and here 6 carbon atoms means hexanoyl. See here one of the oxygen atom is there, so it is hexanyl pyrrolidine to carboxyl acid. So this is the structure and IUPAC name. Next properties are, it is a white crystalline powder, insoluble in acetone, ethanol, soluble in water, sparingly soluble in methanol. Next, pharmacokinetics, it is the oral route of administration, metabolized in the liver and excreted through the urine in unchanged form. So, it is an oral route of administration, but it does not undergo the metabolized process, as it is the drug is eliminated through unexchanged form. Next, adverse drug reactions are headache, dizziness, nausea, vomiting, cough, low blood pressure, chest pain, diarrhea, loss of appetite, stomach pain, and skin irritation. So uses, it is used to treat the high blood pressure, heart failure. I mean, this drug is used for the in the treatment of the heart diseases, and this drug should be taken in the combination form. Means it should be taken with other drugs. Next, dose 5 to 40 mg orally per day. Next drug is benazepyl hydrochloride. So this is the structure, and IUPAC name is 3, 1 ethoxy, 1 oxo, 4 phenyl butane amino, 2 oxo, benzazepine, acetic acid hydrochloride. See here structure. So this is the benzodiazepine. Benzodiazepine. In the first position, the acetic acid is there, CH2COOH. So in the first position, acetic acid, second position, oxygen atom, and in third position, here the amino group is there. This amino group is attached to the 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 carbon atoms means butane. So this butane in the first position, oxygen group is there and ethoxy group is there. See here in the first position oxygen, and here ethoxy group is there, and here in the fourth position the phenyl structure is attached, and this is the hydrochloric acid. See here, this is the structure of the benzodiazepine. First position acetic acid, second position oxygen, and in third position amino. This amino is attached to the butane. 4 carbon atoms, 1, 2, 3, 4 butane. So here in the fourth position attached to the phenyl, and in the first position attached to the oxygen and ethoxy group. So 3, 1 ethoxy, 1 oxo, 4 phenyl, butane, amino, 2 oxo, benzodiazepine, acetic acid, hydrochloride. So next properties are, it is a white crystalline powder and it is soluble in water, ethanol and methanol. So next pharmacokinetics, it is an oral route of administration and it is metabolized in the liver. So in the liver it is the benzopyrrole is converted to the benazepilate. So this benazepilate is a metabolic product and it is eliminated through the urine. So it is an oral route of administration and it is metabolized in the liver and it is eliminated through the urine. Next, adverse drug reactions are dizziness, headache, feeling of the drowsiness, anxiety, lightheadedness, confusion, fever, cough, nausea, vomitings, constipation, and tiredness, feeling, sleep problems means not able to sleep properly, and flushing, itching, or skin rashes. So uses, it is used to treat the high blood pressure, means it is used to lower the blood pressure for preventing the heart attacks, strokes, and also the kidney problems. So this drug will comes under the ACE inhibitors. It works by relaxing the blood pressure so the blood can easily flow without any pressure in the body. Next dose 20 to 40 mg per day orally as a single or equally divided doses we should take. Next, quinapril hydrochloride. This is the structure of the quinapril, and the IUPAC name is 1, 2, 1 ethoxy, 1 oxo, 4 phenyl butane, amino, propanol, phenolene, 2 carboxylic acid hydrochloride. See here, this is the structure of the quinoline. See here, quinoline structure. In the second position, the carboxylic acid is there, and in the first position, 1, 2, 3. 3 carbon atoms are there, means propyl. Here oxygen is there, so it is a propanol, and this propanol is attached to the amine group, and this amine group is attached to the 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbon atoms means butane. So here in the butane structure, in the first position, the ethoxy group is there and oxygen group is there, and here in the fourth position the phenyl structure is attached. See here, this is the structure of the quinoline. In the second position the carboxylic acid is there. Here in the first position 1, 2, 3, and here one of the oxygen atom is there. So propanol, amine, and here 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms means butane. So here in the first position oxygen and ethoxy group is there, and here in the fourth position the phenyl group is there. See here 1, 2, 1 ethoxy, 1 oxo, 4 phenyl butane, amino, propanol, phenolene, 2 carboxylic acid hydrochloride. So this is the IUPAC name and the structure of the quinapril hydrochloride. So next properties are, it is a white to off-white amorphous powder, and it is freely soluble in aqueous solvents. Next, it is the oral route of administration, and it is metabolized in the liver, and it is undergoes the urine elimination. And it adverse drug reactions are headache, dizziness, fatigue, and cough, chest pain, low blood pressure, nausea, vomitings, stomach pain, diarrhea, muscle pain, skin rashes, and back pain. Next uses, it is used to treat the high blood pressure and heart failures. So in case of the hypertension, the person initial dose should be taken 10 to 20 mg orally per day. Means if the patient are not taking the diuretic drugs, only the patient should take this amount of the dose. And the maintenance dose should be 20 to 80 mg orally per day in two equal doses or the single dose. For the congestive heart failure, the initial dose should be 5 mg orally twice a day, and the maintenance dose should be 20 to 40 mg orally into the divided doses. So these are the drugs which comes under the ACE inhibitors, that is captopril, captopril, enalapril, lisinopril, and quinapril hydrochloride, and benazepril hydrochloride. So these are the 5 drugs which comes under the ACE inhibitors. Next, centrally acting sympatholytic drugs. So in this what will happen means the drugs which belongs to this class, it will inhibit the sympathetic nervous system by central action. So it will inhibit the sympathetic nervous system. So what it will do means it will stimulate the alpha adrenergic receptors. So if it will stimulate means what will happen, it will reduce the non-adrenaline release. So if the non-adrenaline release will be reduced means it will the leading to the fall of the blood pressure. So what will happen here means the drug will inhibit the sympathetic nervous system. So by stimulating the alpha adrenergic receptors of the vasomotor center in the medulla, so it will reduce the non-adrenaline release. So if the non-adrenaline release will be reduced means the blood pressure will fall automatically. So in this first drug is clonidine hydrochloride. So clonidine hydrochloride, this is the structure and IUPAC name is N2,6-dichlorophenyl imidazole 2-amino hydrochloride. So here this is the phenyl structure. In second and the sixth position the chlorine atom is there. So 2,6-dichlorophenyl, and here in the first position the imidazole structure is there. So 5-membered ring with 2 nitrogen atoms. So imidazole 2-amine. See here 2,6-dichlorophenyl imidazole 2-amine hydrochloride. And the properties are, it is a white crystalline powder, soluble in alcohol, slightly soluble in chloroform, and insoluble in water. Next, pharmacokinetics, it is the oral route of administration and it is well distributed in the body and undergoes the metabolism in the liver, and it is excreted through the urine. It may be it is a changed and unchanged form. So it is oral route of administration. It is well distributed throughout the body and it undergoes the metabolism, and the drug is excreted in the changed form and unchanged form through the urine. Adverse drug reactions are nausea, vomiting, constipation, dry mouth, anorexia, burning sensation in the eyes, heart failure, bradycardia means reducing of the blood pressure, drowsiness, anxiety, sleep disturbances, headache, hallucination, dizziness, and upper respiratory tract infections. Next, uses. So it is used in the treatment of the blood pressure, means it is used as an antihypertensive agent, and it is also used in the treatment of the migraine, headache, menopausal flushing, and also used to treat the glaucoma, insomnia, and neuropathic pain, and also it is used as a growth hormone. So what it will do means it will stimulate the release of the growth hormones, and also it is used in the treatment of the angina pectoris. And next dose, the initial dose should be 0.1 mg and gradual increases to 0.3 mg oral route. Next, guana benz acetate. So this is the structure and IUPAC name is 2,6-dichlorophenyl methylidine amino guanidine acetic acid. See here structure, this is a phenyl structure. In second and the sixth position chlorine atoms are there. So how many? 2. So it is 2,6-dichlorophenyl, and here it is the methanol group with double bond, and this is the amine. This amine is attached to the guanidine, and this is the acetic acid. See here 2,6-dichlorophenyl methylidine amino guanidine acetic acid. And the properties are, it is a white crystalline powder, slight odor, and soluble in alcohol, chloroform, and propylene glycol. Next, pharmacokinetics. It is the oral route of administration and it is metabolized in the liver, eliminated through urine. And adverse drug reactions are dry mouth, stomach upset, drowsiness, dizziness, headache, coma, weakness, and decreased sexual ability, and what will fainting, swollen anklets or feet, increased or the decreased heartbeat, irregular heartbeat, respiratory problems, hypotension, frequent urination, blurred vision means can't able to see properly, muscle pain, dry eyes and back pain. Next uses, it is used to treat the high blood pressure. So this drugs comes under the centrally acting drugs. And so what it will do means it will reduce the heart rate by relaxing the blood pressure. So if the heart rate is reduced means the blood vessels will get relaxed, so there is no any of the pressure in the body, so the blood can easily flow. Next dose, 4 to 8 mg orally twice a day in the alone or maybe in the combination form with the thiazide diuretics we can use. The maximum dose we should take 32 mg twice a day. Next, methyl dopate hydrochloride. So this is the structure of the methyl dopate and IUPAC name is ethyl 2 amino 3 3 comma 4 dihydroxyphenyl 2 methyl propanate hydrochloride. So if you see the structure here, this is the phenyl, and in third and the fourth position the hydroxy groups are there. So two hydroxy groups. So it is named as 3 comma 4 dihydroxyphenyl, and here 1 2 3 3 carbon atoms means propyl. So propyl, in the second position amino group is there and also methyl group is there, and here the ethoxy group, the carboxylic, and this is the ethyl group is there. See here, ethyl 2 amino 3 3 comma 4 dihydroxy phenyl 2 methyl propionate hydrochloride. So this is the structure and IUPAC name of the methyl dopate hydrochloride. Next properties, it is a white crystalline powder, hygroscopic in nature, soluble in water, insoluble in organic solvents. So synthesis, here the starting material is 4-hydroxy 3-methoxy phenyl acetate. See here in the fourth position hydroxy 1 2 3 4 hydroxy 3-methoxy phenyl acetone. When it is treated with ammonium chloride and potassium cyanide, what will happen means here the cyanide will get attached and NH2 will get attached. So here the K and here Cl, the potassium chloride is eliminated. Here two of the hydrogens and here one of the oxygen is eliminated in the form of water to get the racemic mixture of the alpha amino nitrogen. See here the CN is attached here and amino group is attached. So here in the presence of the concentrated sulfuric acid and also camphor sulfonic acid, what will happen means here the methyl group and the cyanide group is eliminated. Methyl group and cyanide group is eliminated. So in the place of methyl group, the hydrogen is attached, and in the place of the cyanide group, the carboxylic acid group is attached to get the methyl dopa structure. So when the methyl dopa is reacted with ethanol and hydrochloric acid, the methyl dopate hydrochloride is occurs. See here, the here one of the hydrogen, here OH is eliminated in the form of water and remaining C2H5 ethyl group is attached here to get methyl dopate, and this hydrochloride is hydrochloride. So in synthesis, the starting material is 4-hydroxy 1 2 3 4 hydroxy 3-methoxy phenyl acetone in the presence of the potassium cyanide and ammonium chloride. So here the cyanide group and the amino group is attached here, and here from the potassium cyanide the potassium, and here ammonium chloride chlorine. So it is eliminated in the form of potassium chloride, and here the remaining two hydrogens, here oxygen is eliminated in the form of water to get the racemic mixture of alpha amino nitrate. So in presence of the sulfuric acid and camphor sulfonic acid, here the methyl group and the cyanide group is eliminated to get the methyl dopa. So in place of the methyl group, hydroxyl group is attached, and in the place of cyanide group, the carboxylic acid is attached. And here in the methyl dopa, when it is reacted with the ethanol and the hydrochloride, so what will happen? The methyl doped hydrochloride drug is formed. See here in the methyl dopa, the one of the from the carboxylic acid, one of the hydrogen here from the ethanol, the OH is eliminated in the form of water, and remaining ethyl group is attached here to form the methyl doped hydrochloride. This is a final product that we require. Next, mechanism of action. So it is a prodrug and it will convert to the metabolite that is alpha methyl non-adrenaline. So it is a prodrug. When it is administered, it will become the active, and that is converted to alpha methyl non-adrenaline. So what it will do means it will stimulate the alpha adrenergic receptors. So if the alpha adrenergic receptors will be stimulated, means it will reduce the sympathetic activity and non-adrenaline release, which leads to the decrease in the blood pressure. So it is converted to alpha methyl adrenaline drug. So what it will do, the metabolite, it will stimulate the adrenergic receptors. So if the adrenergic receptors has been stimulated, means it will reduce the sympathetic activity and non-adrenaline release. So these two, that is sympathetic and non-adrenaline, are responsible for raising the blood pressure. So if you reduce its activity, means the blood pressure will automatically decreases. Next, pharmacokinetics. It is the oral route of administration, and it is transported to the brain by amino acid transporter. So it is converted to the metabolite that is alpha methyl noradrenaline, and it is the drug is excreted through the urine. So it is oral route of administration, and it is transported to the brain through the amino acid transporter, and it is converted into the metabolite that is alpha methyl adrenaline, and it is excreted through the urine. And the adverse drug reactions are dry mouth, feeling of the drowsiness, headache, depression, nightmares, Parkinson, weakness, loss of energy or fluid retention in the legs, feet, arms, or the hand, and the hepatotoxicity, constipation, and sedation. Forgetfulness means the person will immediately forget that he cannot able to remain, means he cannot able to remain anything. And also sexual impotence and gynecostima. So means gynecostima means related to the gynecal problems in the girls. And uses, it is used in the treatment of the hypertension, combination with diuretics, and also it is mainly used in the pregnant women for the safety purpose. It means in the pregnancy women, those who are with high blood pressure, means this drug is given because it is safety for them, and also it does not affect the renal blood flow. So it is used in the hypertension associated with the renal impairment, means the person, those who are suffering with the kidney problems, having the hypertension. So in this condition also this drug can be used. And the dose 250 mg initially, and maybe increase it to 500 mg by oral route. So these are the drugs which comes under the centrally acting drugs.